What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Zookeepers Podcast.
I'm Davis.
I'm T.
I'm White.
I'm Shade.
I'm Ash.
And I'm Kate, and we're taming life
One conversation at a time. We back.
First of all, I want to say everybody looks lovely in their green.
Thank
Thank y'all for wearing green. In case y'all didn't know, this is my episode, my show, my flow.
I mean, we know that you're leading.
You know what I'm saying? In case y'all didn't know. But first of all, how everybody doing today? How's everybody?
We good now.
Shit, do you want to know how
Tierney,
you're doing?
Tierney, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Tierney been on 10 since
Friday. It's 95 degrees.
What?
Hey.
And I got up faithful to me.
I know that's right.
Wow.
I know that's
I
Wow.
got plans this weekend.
Well, it's my sister's birthday, so possibly.
Turn up, Tori.
Turn up. Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday, sis.
Big sister listens.
Big
Big
sis.
sis.
Big sis.
The one y'all don't see other than being in the gym on.
Hey.
Happy birthday.
Tough. All right, man. So today's topic is, what do you bring to the table? The reason I chose this topic is because for like the past, I would say 3 years, I noticed on social media that has been a thing. Like what can you do for me? And 9 times out of 10, there's talking about financially, but we're going to get into all the different type of what do you bring to the table. So I did ask my fellow zookeepers to bring something that represents what they bring.
to the table.
So Davis, we're going to start with you.
I'm gonna start with me.
I hope this is
Okay.
appropriate.
I don't know.
Okay, so I brought 2 items here. So the first one, I'm gonna say, I brought my little candle just to represent like peace, okay? Because you in the household, we want some peace,
I know that's
a
right.
safe place, some tranquility. You know, just
You learned that in therapy.
I did.
Tranquility.
3 years in, we done learned.
That was a big word for me,
After we
okay?
done stole the. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. You know, you just want
We
to look
like
You
it.
stole the
candles.
car and light candle at the
Light
same
candle.
at
time.
the same time. I'm multitasking like that. And then my second one, baby, I got the Cheeto Puffs because I want you to know some kids over here.
There's gonna be some snacks.
But there's some kids over here.
That
so I got the
part.
snacks. I'm going to bring them kids to the table.
That part.
You gonna come get this ready-made family.
I know that's
Wow.
Ready made.
Wow. How long do we put that in the microwave?
About 30 seconds. I'm trying to wrap this up. Let's get it.
30 seconds.
Yeah, about 30 seconds.
That gotta be like a toaster strudel.
Ain't no,
That's a hot pocket.
Not even a hot pot.
I'm ready, baby.
ain't nobody got
That's that
time.
minute rice. Go fix that right yourself.
Listen, we do not have time.
Push it out real quick, stir it up.
That's it.
That's that minute rice.
Baby, I got to get them in before Savannah get to them.
You have
Oh,
to.
yeah, you got to, because Savannah is the boss.
She got to get them in.
Got to get them in.
Got to have a fall in love with you quick. Because if not, you got to go.
You got to
Out
go.
the door, you got to go.
You got to go.
That ain't with that.
Bye bye.
Not at all. Not at all.
Tierney?
Y'all want to know what I bring to the table?
Yes, we
Yeah,
did.
I'm scared.
Keep it short, okay?
I'm going to try. But y'all see how she's so peaceful, her candle? Let me go in my bag, y'all.
Yeah, go
I
ahead,
brought
babe. Go
bag.
ahead, babe. You need some space.
Yeah, this girl got a
Y'all
whole
see this
bag.
bag? I'm a
Got
bum.
Bag,
Y'all see this bag? Let me.
What the bag
What's in the
say?
bag?
That's a
Bag
that's a ram
money
sack.
transport, baby.
Yeah.
That is a ram
Bricks truck.
sack.
This the bag you normally be bringing to me?
No, this authentic. This authentic like me. You know?
I know that's right.
This is a ram
This
sack.
that bag people don't go looking for, but they find. Let me see.
He's digging in the bag.
See, y'all think it's wine. What the wine?
Menage a trois.
What that wine say?
Oh, gosh.
Menage a trois. What the people gonna see?
Zoom in, baby. Zoom in. Zoom in. Menage.
Put it up, baby.
Put it up.
Put it up,
Yeah.
T.
Please,
They
please.
got some in there.
They not ready.
I'm gonna bring it on. We need some in there. Let me see.
Wow.
What else you got in there?
She got a couple.
Now what's that?
This is a math book.
All the problems.
Okay.
There's a lot of problems,
Okay,
dog.
it's a problem.
He's got the answers in the back.
Hey, I got all the answers.
Is the answers in the back? Is it upside down like it used to be back in the
This
day?
is Texas. And you know what they say about Texas? What?
Everything
Everything
big.
big.
Instruments.
Everything big.
But this ain't no regular map.
But
This
we're
say
in Florida,
Texas.
so
It don't matter.
you bring the problems.
She bringing the problem.
We got
Big
the
problems.
instruments.
Big
Instruments.
problems.
But I'm gonna just let y'all know though. This is
Where did you find the
It got-
potato sack backpack?
Seriously.
bro. Like I said, it's authentic like me. I ain't gonna
Titty.
beg for it. It found me, baby.
That's a nice
That's
bathroom.
right.
Hey, thank you. You know, everybody be looking for the Louis and the Gucci.
Correct.
Baby, don't speak too much now.
I'm just saying
You
though.
looking for the
Let her know. Ash. Let her know. Let her know.
Pull it out, Ash.
No.
Ash, we're not talking about you.
I'm not saying it like that. I'm
We're
just
not
saying
talking
like,
about you or
representing-
anybody.
representing me. You get what I'm saying? Don't come. You know, I ain't
Don't
gonna
look
look
for
like
the
the Gucci
Gucci.
and the Louis. I'm
That
gonna look
looks,
like.
but that looks better.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna
You
look
know?
authentic, baby. You know it's coming. And you got guess what? You got to find the right one to be able to.
Yeah, for sure.
Hold that, baby. You got to look good with it now.
Oh Lord.
It look like a Timberland at the bottom.
Knock your ass up.
You bring construction.
Gotta fix shit.
Wow. Wow.
Anyway, baby, sitting on this side of the couch is hard. What you fixing? You got to be ready. You got to be ready.
I can fix plates. I can fix
Out of control. You a chiropractor?
fix.
Oh my
yes,
God.
fix
Back to
Let's go ahead and wrap it up. But didn't you go to school?
Ain't
for
you a
massage
licensed
therapy?
therapist?
Like, it's in the bag.
And you bring careers too.
Baby, it's in the bag.
You bring career. You a
All that.
licensed therapist too.
All
I
that.
remember.
Yeah.
Well,
All
you
that.
should have bought your black table.
I couldn't fit it in here. It's bigger than the bag. It's bigger
You
than the
didn't
bag.
go to school to be a massage
I did. I
So
got
you
the right
good with
touch,
your
baby.
hand.
I know that's right.
Stop playing.
Shout out to Baby.
Do the fingers again. Do it again. I know that's right.
Spirit thing.
I know that's
Spirit
right.
fingers. But
Wow.
yeah, all that come with me. So you gotta be the right one to be able to look
Wow.
good with that now.
Carry that.
Be able to
White.
carry that.
White. It's on you. What?
So me?
It's on you.
Yeah.
I'm scared. She a Pisces. I say this every time. She a
What you-
Pisces.
Okay,
What you got,
guys.
What you got?
Okay, y'all ready? I bring something
She played
that make them come home every night. Go ahead and set it on the table. Go
Peaches and
set it on the table. I set it up. Go ahead and put that on the
Said
table.
it. Let me sit down.
What?
You got the peach and the cream or just the peach?
No, the cream come after. The cream.
Wow.
Okay.
You know what? 112.
We bringing Cheetos and peaches.
I guess it's
Fruit is
that.
good.
If y'all need some groceries, just say that. Wow.
Wine, chips, PA.
Grocery list all over the
It
place.
looks like a good night to me.
Peaches and cream.
Like the
Jesus
candles,
Christ.
get
What?
the
Like the
wine,
candle,
eat
get
you
the
some
wine.
snack. It look like a
Got
good
some
night.
hors d'oeuvres.
Golly.
Bite the peach.
Looking like
Y'all
a
bring
good
some
night.
EBT to this table too. Golly. Grocery.
That's a good night, baby. That's a date
That's
night
a
right
real,
there.
that's a real night right now.
Wow.
Okay.
You know, honestly speaking, I come with a lot that can't fit in a bag. I feel like what I bring to the table can't be put in a physical form. But if I had to,
Uh-oh.
I'm coming with questions.
Oh, I got you.
I'm coming with a whole lot of questions.
Girl, it's either you love me now.
I'm coming with a lot of questions because I need to know what I'm getting myself into.
I understand that.
So
For sure.
That makes sense.
A lot of things that I bring to the table can't be put into a physical form, but I'm gonna ask some questions before I
I
get
know that's right, because baby, we need to know.
like Joe. Hello.
I wanna know. I wanna know what do you want.
I'm glad.
Speaking
we
of
got a choir.
Joe, I'm going to his concert tomorrow. Fantasia
Hey,
and Joe.
Music Soul
We're gonna have a great time
Yeah,
For sure.
with my other half, huh?
With your fuzzy socks.
We're just gonna have a great time. That's it.
Other half.
Yeah, that's my right.
Right.
Girl.
Left to my
That's my
right.
right. My left, my right.
My left to my right.
Thank God for Jesus.
No, that's right.
I like that move
That's
right
all I'm
there.
gonna say.
Kay said she
That's
bring
all
her.
I'm
Baby,
gonna
I got to go get me some fuzzy socks. I got to. I'm doing something wrong. I got to get me some fuzzy socks around here.
You got the wrong kind of
Davis, you
sauce.
have to, Davis. You have to.
got to.
That's don't laugh.
Because the fuzzy socks girls
They
are
weren't even
winning.
socks though.
Win.
They weren't even socks. They were slippers.
Some fuzzy slippers.
Fuzzy slippers.
So they like
Okay, I
sock
need to give
shoes.
you-
Yeah, no.
Oh, we like slippers too.
It was just slippers with smiley face.
Ours got smiley faces. Oh, the smiley face. Hey, baby.
Shout out TikTok.
Yeah, I got
Shout out
TikTok.
TikTok. Shout out
$5.
Shout out the other
Amazon.
half and shout out Bay.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Shout them out real
Shout
quick.
them out.
'cause
We love this for them.
For sure. For sure.
We do.
Ash, it's on you.
Wrap us up.
What you bringing,
The
Ash?
best
What you
for
bringing
last.
to the
bringing to
table?
the table?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
I gotta make sure there's a house first.
Ooh. You have a place like a put the table.
So you got to have someone
No,
to put the
that's
table,
right.
baby. I know that's right.
Because people be having tables and want you to bring stuff to them, and they don't have a house.
To put the table to go on.
So as you
So does
bring
it
the
have to be a
house.
house?
I'm not bringing the house.
Does it have to be a house? Can it be an apartment?
Before I bring anything, I need to see that there's a house. So
Gotta be a
I
house.
bring nothing to the table.
So let's say
need to know what's at the table
hypothetically there is a house.
Hypothetically, what would you bring?
What would you bring?
nothing.
And she gonna say
What JT
did
said,
not
she don't
see
bring
that
nothing but an
coming.
iPhone. That's you?
I bring nothing.
Not even
I
an
need to
iPhone?
have all the stuff.
I ain't
Oh,
even
you
see
need a fully furnished apartment.
It's gonna be a very interesting.
I did not see that coming.
Episode.
I know that's right.
I didn't see that coming
That
either.
man got to be able to
No
take care
wonder
of me.
why you just came with water.
Auntie, bitch.
No, that was kombucha, I think.
Oh.
That was kombucha.
No wonder.
Kombucha is really
She was
good,
ready,
guys.
baby,
You
to
come
say
with a bottle
nothing.
of
To say nothing.
She was ready to say nothing.
Kombucha's really
crazy.
good.
All right,
Ash.
then.
Okay, so let me reverse that question. Since you said the person gotta have a house and you ain't bringing nothing. So what do that person have to bring to the table for y'all to be interested?
The house.
I'm speaking on the next person because you already
Sure, I
said
didn't
that.
say. I thought we got to
you're
the-
Come on, Taylor.
What,
Yeah.
what do they have to bring to the table?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's ooh.
Come back to me.
They got to bring the house. They got to bring. Because if I'm bringing the peach, baby, you got to put the peach in something, baby. So you got to.
I'm with you. I
Tell y'all too married, bro. You can tell y'all too married.
We need
Yeah.
it.
You gotta bring the house.
You
Well,
got to
damn.
bring the house.
And she did it. We need the kids can't be in the one bedroom. We need space.
Lord,
We
have
need
mercy.
space.
You got to bring the house.
You got to bring the
Got-
house.
That's
I
crazy.
mean, I already got the house.
You said, what do they have to bring? Income.
That's
the people
valid.
the people on the couch tonight, they don't want to talk about it.
Oh, we gonna talk about it.
Oh, we got
Oh, we
it.
definitely talking about it.
They-
This just the
we
tip of
gonna
the
talk about it,
iceberg.
'Cause
We
she
gonna talk
said,
about it.
Skip me. Bring income.
That's valid. That's valid.
So is there like a salary that they have to be making?
Okay.
Minimum?
More than me,
I'm,
preferably.
me too.
I mean,
Nothing
if we're
less.
gonna talk about that, more than me. Though.
Nothing less.
I'm going to say an honest income.
Okay. What that look like to you?
I'm just saying, I don't want you slinging dope.
Okay.
Oh, dude, no.
Got me,
So
got me looking over my shoulders and stuff.
McDonald's.
That's fair.
Whatever it is that you need to do in order to take care of your family.
That's fair.
That's good enough for your table.
That's fair.
Okay.
With the house.
I mean, I agree.
I don't know if McDonald's going to get the house.
I'm just saying.
It's not.
That depends on what he's doing at
I'm about to say,
McDonald's.
wait a
Now, don't play with it.
So he
Gotta be careful.
management, like management.
That's true.
Because what if he's a franchisee?
Oh, then you said.
Well, that's owning the McDonald's. not
Well,
working for
I
it.
mean, that's McDonald's still.
Yeah.
But then he was a business owner.
Yeah.
He's an entrepreneur.
I don't want to go to
That's
jail.
The McDonald's I'm talking about is welcome to McDonald's. Can I take it?
The fries.
You got to be
Going to
specific.
fries.
Would you like to supersize it? That
Burger
McDonald's.
flipper.
You got a code?
You're right.
You using the app
Hey, them
today?
them codes come in handy though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Davis, you was about to say something. You said, I don't want to go to jail either, but what you was finna
you heard?
I definitely heard that, Fred.
Jail, but you know they
Made that money.
What was that guy?
Legal
the
business.
wife that held it down when he went to jail. And she was still living her best life. I can't think of the name right now, but yeah, they
A show?
no,
Oh, in
real
real
life.
life.
Yeah.
It
From
went,
Derry?
it went,
It's a bunch of them.
What?
It's a bunch of them.
Oh, Keisha.
No. He was a drug dealer.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Again,
about.
Gucci
from
not a, he wasn't a drug dealer.
That's a rapper.
he's a rapper.
I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about Keisha with the T.
I mean, I'm just saying, the Frank Lucases and all that. They, didn't seem like
Frank
they were living
Lucas?
so bad back
What you
then.
know
You know,
about
they
Frank Lucas?
just freed Larry Hoover.
I'm just saying.
Definitely.
But I don't want to go to jail.
How y'all feel
so-
about
He's
that?
been out.
Larry
Friend partnering Larry Hoover and NBA YoungBoy.
What happened?
I'm gonna keep my regards in regards to Kentrell because I love Kentrell real bad.
She said his government.
Absolutely.
She definitely loves him real bad.
How did we get off to Kentrell?
You're right.
I don't know.
White.
We
So
gotta get back on topic. White said Brandon
well,
House.
well,
baby.
we mentioned the topic, so we're gonna reel it back in. So since you said you bring the peach, what do I know you said house.
She said the house.
She said the house.
What
for
else?
She got to be able to sit her peach somewhere.
I have to be able to
And
sit.
this a nice couch.
besides the house.
And she been working on her
And
peach.
she been working on her peach.
part.
Definitely
That
been working on the
part.
peach.
That part. What else? You. If
think-
we're talking about income, then that's what I'm gonna say. And I don't want like an honest income, baby. You got to come in making some money.
Yeah.
because I'm expensive. So I need you with some coins. I need you.
But
with,
when I say honest, I don't mean not to make enough coins. I'm
But
just
you said
saying
he
I
can
want you
work
to
at
make an
McDonald's.
honest income.
Yeah, I don't want you at McDonald's.
I don't want you to work at McDonald's. I don't want you to work in Burger King. If you at
can-
Publix, you
can
better be a
work at
manager.
McDonald's.
Right.
You got to have a decent income to where if something happens to me, I can depend on you.
Right.
Baby, the people at McDonald's getting paid.
Yeah.
Ash, what is it with you with McDonald's?
Ash want to make it seem like
it gotta be
they
the
gotta
topic
have an
of the
honest
show.
living.
I need
And
a
Ash
real
done
income.
told
Right.
us
And Ash done bought the Gucci bag.
she done bought
Right.
the Gucci damn bag,
Right.
drinking the
And didn't bring nothing to the
organic
table.
drink, and
Ain't
not
bringing
bringing
nothing to the
nothing.
table.
You
with
can
Gucci
work.
bag.
You can work at McDonald's, but
Her
she can't.
husband
She ain't
does
bringing
not
nothing to the
work
table.
at
Just so y'all know.
McDonald's.
Sit on your lap,
That
friend.
man
Sit
does
on
not
your lap,
work at
friend.
McDonald's.
He does not.
That man does
He
not
does
work
not just sit the bag on
He
the
does
table.
not.
My husband does not
He
work
does
for
not.
McDonald's.
Okay.
Her
Tell me.
husband has
Nothing on you screams McDonald's.
Nothing.
friend.
nothing.
Not
Got the
even-
Gucci green on.
Her
it.
husband's coming with the money
Nothing.
on.
It screams my husband is the owner of Publix right
Thank
now.
you, owner of several McDonald's.
It screams my husband got the money on.
Money.
Okay.
But he has to have an honest living, and it can be McDonald's.
No.
It can look
For
like
real,
money.
like,
But we weren't
for real,
talking
right?
about me personally,
But
though.
you-
That's what we talking about. We all
Oh, we're talking about personal?
We not talking about
I thought
nobody.
you said we're not talking about personal no more.
We asked the question.
I asked you, what do the person have to bring?
Oh, I'm confused. Sorry.
Not me personally. What do you mean?
She sat that Gucci bag on that lap, baby.
Baby,
She did.
'cause there's
Once
no way.
she
She
did
did.
that, I knew I didn't need to talk no more.
That part.
Y'all want to see what's in the Gucci bag?
No, we don't want to feel poor.
Being poor.
No.
Being poor.
Baby,
I want to leave the house with my dignity.
None of us are gonna feel poor. Those
I see what
cars
you did there.
outside do not scream
Oh,
poor.
thank you.
Thank you. Outside.
Thank you.
I don't want to feel poor.
Thank you so
Being
much.
I want to still be able to enjoy what I know.
We heard what David said, though, right?
Those cars out there are not
don't
screaming
scream poor. Thank you.
No.
They do not scream. None
Thank
of them
you.
on
Y'all
this
don't know
couch.
what I do to keep up with that G.
See that peach that I brought on the table?
You see this bag?
You
She doing a lot.
I be
You're doing
working.
what you got to do.
This
Y'all.
look like she working
can't
5
tell.
different jobs right here. This is 5 different jobs.
Why is they
She a
trying to act
teacher.
up?
They do. They do.
She working at Saks.
No.
5 different
Only
jobs.
to me.
Out of control.
Now get the chips and put
I'm
them
sorry.
back.
I'm sorry.
Now you done messed up the kids.
All right, Tina, what does someone has to bring
Why
to the
is she
table?
looking like this?
Since you bringing bags
Did you
and
not just try to pick up that bag?
problems. What, you need some scrimps? You
Hey, they got to.
gotta have some scrimps. You gotta bring some scrimps.
I mean, okay, on a more serious note, outside of like income and the house,
Right.
That's important, man. You got to stop
very
acting like
much.
it's not important.
I think they have to come with a sense of maturity across the board.
To deal with me, yeah.
Physical
You gotta-
maturity,
you gotta be able
emotional
to say, "Terry,
maturity,
sit down."
just maturity, period.
I was gonna say the same.
When you deal with immature people, it almost never work out.
I like when she say, Tierney, get me
How she do it?
Get him, Neil.
Y'all are so unserious about life,
We heard you, Shay.
but maturity.
We heard
Maturity.
You, Shay.
So since we the only mature ones on the couch,
I'm sorry. Don't
leave me over here with
over there.
How you gonna point at white?
Don't
she
leave
wanted
me
to
over
see-
here.
How you gonna point at white?
Yeah.
It's just
okay,
Yeah.
Do not leave me
bring
over
the
here.
house, bring the income, bring maturity.
Maturity.
Yes.
Maturity, all right.
Emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Across everything
Gotta be,
across the
gotta
board,
be.
even physical, because physical maturity requires a lot of discipline too.
Yes.
Oh, my mom
So-
was somewhere else.
me too. Mine too. Mine too.
I told you.
Mine
Do
too.
you not see who she's sitting next to?
You gotta know what you're doing.
You got to know how to work them heels, baby.
Ash, we'll talk off camera, right? Because
So-
clearly we're not involved in this podcast
Hey, what was
today.
that video you sent me? What that machine do?
Oh my god.
I was getting it. I've never
We're not involved in this conversation.
There are some activities that happened prior to the podcast starting. So
Okay.
Okay,
Tell us about
okay,
it,
Davis.
Davis, 'cause
What?
I'm
What?
confused.
Davis, what? What they got to bring? Car seats.
EBT card. She don't.
They got to bring. They got to bring car
The
seats
EBT card.
and car seats.
baby,
Gotta have a van. Something.
What?
first off, y'all not gonna do me. What? I have big teenage kids. Oh no, we're not doing me today. We're not
she
doing
said a
me.
van.
Like a minivan.
I'm
I don't even have a van.
said
They
that?
better go sit down somewhere.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
No.
Because you brought the Cheetos, so it made me think of car seats. You know, it got the crumbs all in the seats.
Bro.
Now you know Cheeto Puffs get wet. They be
They do. Now we just playing out. David definitely don't drive no van.
Nah, she don't. She don't.
Cause y'all see that car sitting out there?
Man, that's
Ain't
presidential.
not a car seat in sight in that thing.
Tipping on fofos over here.
Sure, slinging in the back.
No kids music playing in that car. Every man for himself. Put your seatbelt on.
Because, baby, I'd be so confused when David's pulling in the parking lot. Like, David.
blasting the music.
With my kid in the car.
With the kid in the car.
Man, Davis came
Every
up one
morning.
morning 2 years ago. I still remember it. Davis had that song playing, going to because I ain't had that in a minute. I say, wait a minute, it is 5:45
In the morning.
In the morning.
Wow.
Then get out. Have a good day. Have a good day. Mom loves you.
I love when she just do like this.
Wow.
I say, okay.
It's gonna be a long night.
It is.
I'm with everybody on the couch. A little bit of everything. I need you to have a higher income than me. I need the maturity. I definitely need the house. Or we can build something, a person that we can build together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need anything under that, I'm not trying to start from the bottom. I don't have time for that kind of thing. I'm not asking you to come in. I'm lying. I am asking you to come into this ready-made family, but still.
Ready, baby. You got to be ready.
But still, I ain't, I just need somebody who can match me. So if I'm a driven person and I like to keep progressing in life, I don't want to be with anybody who's just stagnant. You got to keep wanting to grow. But that's even in my, y'all hear my little hood side, but I go to church too, but that's even in my faith journey. Like I need somebody who's well-rounded with everything.
That's what's up.
I need them to bring all that to the table.
Facts.
And other things we can grow and work on, but yeah.
Yeah, I like that growth part when you say we can grow together.
Yeah, for sure.
I
I think everybody starts somewhere different. So as long as you're able to
Yeah.
grow with each other, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cause that bag heavy.
I think if I started over right now, my responses would probably be different.
Oh yeah, I just about to ask that.
I think that's what it is. Like 20 years ago, you need to work a decent job, an honest job.
Yeah.
Now it's come with it.
Yeah. I'm not trying to build nobody up no more.
Exactly.
When I was in high school, I had requirements, baby. You had to have a car to pick me up from school.
Yeah.
So you had to have a car and you had to have a job.
Yeah,
So
tough.
those are high school requirements
Yeah,
that I
it's
had.
tough.
So imagine
So
adult.
adult, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like,
Tough.
They got to be up there.
But high school requirements wasn't you got to make 6 figures though.
you had to make more money than me.
Yeah.
In
I definitely had a
school?
job
In
in high school too.
I had a job in high
Yeah.
school too.
I
didn't work.
I think that's fair,
But I ain't asking nobody for nothing though.
Oh, I was asking.
We're not exaggerating that though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different. Like it's different perspective. Like
I don't ask for nothing now.
in high school, like knowing what I know now, but it's like I ain't never even. Oh, you gotta have. It's just because it's high school love. I ain't really look. I never looked at it like that. In the time, obviously we have our first. Oh, I'm gonna be with this person forever. We all did that in high school, but like.
I think in high school I was still talking to
I ain't
Christy
never-
and Thomas. What y'all gonna give me? I ain't.
Yeah,
care what
I
nobody
ain't
else
never
can give me.
ever said that.
Yeah,
part. They,
I didn't
mind
ask
you,
JB
they
for
had to
nothing.
have something going for themselves. Like if I was in high school, like playing a sport or doing something productive. But other than that, I
Baby,
ain't.
I'm still gonna call James to this day. That is my daddy. I called that man earlier
For
today.
everything.
The AC is
Yeah.
blinking. What do I do?
I mean, if Big A couldn't get it for me, then I'm calling Roger.
yeah,
That was that.
Yeah.
That was always that. But I'm just saying, like, I had requirements that were not the normal requirements
in high school.
in high school. So of course, it was only going to be to the next scale in my adult life. Like before, when I was pregnant, I told Big A, yeah, you got to buy me a house.
Oh yeah,
And he did.
for sure.
So if they want to do, they're going to do.
For sure. Ooh,
Yeah.
for sure.
If they want to do, they're going
going
They
to.
to
will,
do
but
it.
I
That I
don't
can
want us to lose what Kay said though.
What?
In high school, not
Right.
all of us was thinking
Right.
Oh, I was.
of, hey, you need to be able to
Right.
pick me up. You need to be able to buy me a
'Cause I had my
hamburger.
own car.
Like,
I did too, and that man still picked me. I couldn't drive though. I had a car, but I couldn't pass the driving portion of the driving.
oh no, I
test.
was going to my parents for myself.
Baby,
in
I
high
was
school.
struggling, baby.
In high school, I was definitely
I was
still going to my
had a car
parents.
and couldn't drive.
Wow.
And Big A took me to get the car, baby,
Wow.
and I couldn't drive it.
But
Shout out to my baby,
Shout out to Big A, man.
Hey, holding it down.
because baby,
I
it
like
takes a lot.
that.
So
I
let me-
like that though. You got to buy me a house, and he
had
did.
to.
I like
He
that.
And I think in high school though, the thought process might have been, if I ask you for something, you finna ask me for something.
Right.
yeah.
So
But open legs, you don't always got to do that.
You said
I'm
what?
saying that
Open,
was
talking
my
about
I mean, like you got to
leg.
put out. You don't always have to
You
put
said
out.
open leg?
I
Open
didn't
leg,
say-
you don't
Oh,
always
I
got to
thought she
have
meant like
open
I asked for
leg.
some socks. You asked for some socks.
Me too.
No, I immediately thought sexual.
No, I want to think. Can you, if you buy me some chips,
Maybe because I'm still thinking about
That's what
Forever.
I'm thinking. I ain't
Forever was in my mind, and that's high school. And when
no, not-
homegirl Keisha was in the movies, Keisha was like, "Here you go."
Yeah.
And that's the mindset that they do have. Like in high school, they think that they have to put out in order to receive something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So let me ask y'all a question. When you started dating, since we talk about finances mostly, when you're dating somebody new, what is the time frame? Like, say you know you about to take this person serious or whatever. What is the time frame that you have to have that conversation? Have to have that conversation about finances.
Like in what aspect?
Like, basically, what is your income? Like, what is your credit? Like all those adult questions that you would want to know before getting even more serious. You get what I'm saying? This is a person that you see that you're going to see yourself with. So when do you have that financial conversation?
I'm not gonna lie. I asked the credit question jokingly just to see how people respond to it, but I be dead serious. So I'd be like, "What's your credit score?" Just to see what they'll say or if they'll answer it. But in the back of my mind, I keep mental notes of all of that.
But when do you ask
Yeah.
the question?
I mean, it depends on the exclusivity. Once you're exclusive, basically.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to hold it against them as we're still navigating the relationship. If it gets to a point where I done been with you for a long time, we're considering marriage, at some point in time that conversation had. Because I'm not finna marry you when you broke. Because then that puts me at an inconvenience.
So why not ask it before you get serious?
Because everybody ain't honest out the gate.
But then you get serious and find out they broke.
They're
then
broke. That's my thing.
So either way,
It could possibly be a lose-lose.
yeah.
I play the 21 question games when we dating. You ask me a question, I ask you a question.
I do that too.
and I'm going to ask all those hard questions early.
First date, second date.
Whenever we're on the date, whenever you want to take me out, let's play the question game
Put
while
it
we
on
wait
the
for the
table.
waiter.
Yeah. I do that too. Question of the day. Pick your brain a little bit.
I just want to know because if we plan, then okay, we plan. If we serious and you have it together, then okay, let's be serious. But I'm not about to be serious with someone with 400 credit score. No shade.
400
Ooh,
is
that
crazy.
400 hit. That is crazy.
No shade.
Listen, if you got a 400, go get credit repair.
I don't know. I think
saying.
for
Maybe just go
me,
sit back
I don't
and
think I've ever had.
Don't come to white.
I don't think I've ever had a timeline, but I think the conversation usually comes up. I really don't know. It just comes up. Like I don't know. But my thought process on all this is kind of different. But I'm kind of like going with the flow type of like that's just how it is. And a lot of this stuff comes up automatically. Like I don't have to force a person to talk about it. Like if the communication is there and we already know where it's going, it comes up anyway. So I've never really had to force that conversation or either even talk about like, okay, well let's talk about this. It just came.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah, I mean it didn't take long, but it just came. And but in my mind it wasn't a timeline.
Gotcha. David?
Well, want to ask Ash first?
They went to you, baby.
A little bit of both. Like one of what T said, I just feel like it's gonna come up eventually. Like we'll talk about it the more serious we become.
Yeah.
A little bit is the reason why I'm in therapy because I already know a lot of stuff.
So,
Baby, I've met your grandma and we've never seen her. Like I've met your family and I've already done all that. And I didn't know your credit score. I don't have time to waste. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I already know. I don't know.
how
So
many
you look
things
it
you
up?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
absolutely. I'm not wasting my time. And like Shay said, they lie.
They do.
Everybody lie.
So you play detective.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever retire from whatever you do,
Yeah, for sure.
become a
'Cause I'm about to
detective.
say,
friend.
how many things are you in therapy for?
Man, listen.
Every conversational topic we have, she
Listen.
brings up therapy.
I'm trying to
The
have
Cheetos on the table, and that's why I'm in therapy right now.
I have a session tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna get there.
Shout out to the
Listen,
therapist.
a couple days ago, that man said we had such a good time at the party. I said you look good. He said what? Oh nothing. Just keep going. I don't know.
David, you told the therapist they look good.
I know. Like yeah, I just be watching stuff. You know.
The man was flustered, David.
He was crazy. I don't know.
Ain't nope, 3 years. I get it.
Yeah,
Telling on yourself.
I'm trying.
Bang out your problems. Don't bang the therapist.
No, I wasn't talking about the therapist.
Oh, I'm just
Oh,
saying.
can we get some shots?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all mind go to everything.
Ash.
I really needed some shots.
No. And my therapist no woman.
So
I'm not banging my therapist either.
T, what you said?
Neither the man or the female.
We're definitely cutting this out.
Goodness.
She said her therapist a woman. Like that solidifies anything.
Ash, do you have any
Have you
comments?
met?
Okay.
Have we met?
Half the couch.
Not half the couch.
She did.
I'm
Please
just
edit this.
Y'all want to talk? Run the cameras.
out of control.
Run it.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing getting edited.
Out of control.
Nothing.
Okay, so
All right, moving on. Ash.
to reel it back in, go ahead. Ash. Sorry.
Ash said she had no comment, baby.
No
Next
comment.
question.
I'm with you, Ash.
I want to say to that, you like Tyranny said, you would kind of know. So, what I pay attention to is how you spend your money while we're in the talking stage or the dating stage, however you want to call it. If you are buying me stuff, you know what I'm saying, like just stuff like that, and then where you live and your, so obviously your automobile stuff like that. So you already know where they at financially before you say, hey, how much you make. You know what I'm saying?
How though? Like how you gonna?
Definitely don't know about
You
that.
don't.
I'm saying like you'll pretty much get an idea of the finances that they bring in based off.
Them people is fooling y'all.
So you mean to
I
tell
ain't never
me
got food
if somebody
I'm saying if you going by based off what people live, a lot of people live cars, all that. It don't matter.
Who?
who live in their
I
cars?
said car. I'm saying your cars you driving where you live. Like
Who living in their cars? They got a Tesla?
I said, cars and living. That I mean,
It's how it came out. I was curious for you.
I'm just saying. No man.
Sit up, Davis.
I know. It
I'm just
hurt.
saying.
I'm coming back.
Okay.
Bro.
So what point were you making, Kate?
So basically, right? We said when do we bring up financial conversations? I said while you're in that talking, like paying attention to that talking stage, you pretty much know. To me, pay attention to what they spend their money on, where they living at. You get what I'm saying? Like if they on housing, no offense if you are. I'm just saying like you pretty much know those conversations will get brought up without having to ask.
Okay.
But what does that got to
Verbatim.
do with anything? Because the way I'm living right now doesn't necessarily justify how I could be living once we get serious. Like, what if I'm living with my parents now, but I got $10,000 in the bank?
That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. I'm saying you would pretty much know those answers without having to say what is your financial situation. You would pretty much see it already.
So
But if I live with my parents, that may seem like I'm broke. Like I ain't got the
Right.
money to
But
afford it. on my own.
that's what I'm saying.
or if I'm living below my
verbally
means.
and physically is what I'm saying. Is those two coincide? Okay, if they know that you're coming over and eating at they at their parents' house, or I'm at my parents' house because I'm saving up to such and such and such and such. That's what I'm
So
talking
you
about.
mean okay between that
Yeah.
and conversation as
Yeah.
far as okay.
Because even if you saying, okay, they could lie. Okay, if a person's saying, oh, I do this and that and that and that, and then you see that they doing the total opposite of what they said they make, you'll pretty much see it for yourself. You get what I'm saying? Without them verbatim having to lie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can respect.
Any other, David, did you comment?
Davis, I'm just happy David sat back
You lean
up.
back.
The therapist.
I was a little nervous.
I was going back down. I'm going back in a minute because I know they finna start up again. I'm just gonna go on back.
Okay. So let me ask y'all. Would you rather be with someone that takes care of you financially,
I
but
think they answered that already.
Yes.
but
Yes.
you
Let her finish.
The first
barely
one.
see them, like you don't really spend no time?
First
They
one.
snorting on
Text
your
me,
ass.
baby.
They ain't gonna let you. They snorting on that.
Or
baby.
would you rather be with someone that's stable? Y'all may be, however, y'all may be splitting the bills 50-50, whatever. But
that?
they're listen, no, this is why I brought it up.
What is that?
Everybody might not feel the same way. But obviously they're there 9 to 5. You see them, on a regular
50-50.
basis. Yeah, so what's your answer? Clearly I know.
Well, clearly, we already know the house has to
Clearly.
be done, bought, fully furnished.
The house
Before
that
we even have a
Ash
date.
built.
Yeah, you gotta pay these. You gotta pay these Trump bills, baby, so you can be out on the road. I ain't gotta see you. Pay these bills.
Oh
I can respect that.
no! What?
What?
I can.
Okay,
I
go ahead.
respect her honesty.
I've,
is what I'm
okay,
saying.
yeah.
I've lived that life. I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah.
I've done that. I'd rather be secure. I'd rather be financially secure.
But I'm not saying the other option is not financially secure. The other
You
option
said we
was
paying 50-50. That means we not secure.
Oh,
Because
okay.
if I lose my job, we gonna be out of this house. So we're not financially secure if he's home and we 50-50. Because what if something happens to myself
good point.
or him?
But couldn't he get another job to make up for the income?
Possibly.
Or
Because
money?
I'm just thinking like
He could
Okay.
work 2 jobs.
he could work 2 jobs.
But she didn't clarify. She just said
that's
one
just
or the
an
other.
example. Whatever other example you want to use, like White just did, or like you just did. I'm just
a lot of our relationships are different. So
Yeah.
if y'all know, if it's gonna be kind of different because
Yeah.
we're all in different types of
Situations.
relationships.
Well, I feel like I left both of those. Like earlier on, Big A was paying for all the bills, so I didn't do anything besides go to school. And once I got my master's degree, that's when I told Big A, you don't have to work 2 jobs anymore. You can work 1 job. And so I'm saying, I mean, it depends on like where you are in life.
all right.
If we're saying, 50-50, and it's like, then I'm not going to be happy, or like that's the only way for us to be stable, or are we saying 80-20 or whatever, and you are not happy, but he's
Right.
financially taking care of you?
Right, yeah.
Basically,
That's
what
what
I'm
you're
asking.
saying?
Yes.
Basically, what she's saying.
Oh, that's what she
Pretty
said?
much.
Yeah, that's pretty because you're not. I mean,
That's
if
not what
you-
she said to begin
Well, what
with.
I said, would you rather them pay all the bills, but you never with them? Like they
If you
just
never with somebody, you happy with them, never seeing them at all, as long as the
Because
bills paid?
sometimes you have those circumstances. My husband was a truck driver over the road. That did not mean that we weren't happy because I wasn't seeing him for months at a time. That's what I'm saying. We needed to clarify that question.
no, that's the
Like
question.
we made it seem like he's gone, I'm not happy, but the bills are getting paid, so I'm finna stay in this situation.
Well, that
That's
may-
not
that may-
what we discussed.
because that's your personal experience. Some women are not happy
when they
with
person is not
a person
home.
paying all
Well,
the bills.
that's
and-
what I'm saying. We needed to clarify that aspect.
Well, you spoke on your experience. Wasn't the wrong answer. White is speaking on a different outlook on it. Like, am I not happy? Am I like? She just added a little bit more detail. So
Because I do love that man. So I want to spend time. Like, and I feel the older you get, the more important it is to spend time with that person. But when, like, earlier in my marriage, the man was paying all the bills, the man was gone. So once I got able to contribute to where I don't feel like pressure to contribute, that's when I started contributing, and he was like, okay, cool. But once, something happened, if I don't want to work anymore, then he's going to go ahead and say, all right, you stay home and I'll go ahead and I'll work. But I think now it's, I want him home.
Yeah. I kind of, to piggyback you saying contribute, that's a big word for me. I want to make sure I'm able to, in a nutshell, bring something to the table until you don't want me to, basically. So I don't like depending on people. So I'm always going to come with something. But if we're in a situation kind of like Ash said, where I don't have to, then I won't. So that's fair.
Agreed.
Ditto.
I don't have a. I've never been in a position where I've been financially taken care of. So yeah, I'm cool with a partnership doing 50-50. But if I get that opportunity, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take it. But I've always been in a 50-50 kind of thing, so I'm cool with it.
So what is, because we all got different 50-50, what's considered traditional. So what is your preference? Obviously, we all want somebody to, maybe we don't. But
I prefer to be put up.
I prefer, I like to say, for somebody to swipe that card for me.
I prefer to be put up, but nonetheless, I'm still going to do within the dynamic. It's not going to stop me from doing. But if you're going to put me up, put me up.
So is it a deal breaker if they honestly can't put you up, but they,
No.
Maybe 60, 40, 70, 30, you know what I'm saying?
You got to
Okay.
do what works for the dynamic,
Gotcha.
essentially. And I'm cool with that.
It's a deal breaker for me if we start something, right, and we've agreed on it, but then my scale is tipping more. Like you're putting more on my plate, less on your plate. That's a deal breaker for me, because if we've already agreed, like especially if we've already agreed to do 50-50, and now as the man, you're throwing more my way. I'm short this month, or I can't get it, or can you pay it, or can you do that? Nah, I'm good. I can just do this by myself. I'm straight.
So when you're saying that, Davis, I have a question. Does it matter if you're married or not? Because like when you're married, then it's like you're supposed to be able to pick up the slack if your partner needs it. But if you're saying like, well, we came into this with me contributing this amount, and now you want me to contribute more, I want to know if your answer will be different if you are considering like this is your husband, rather, if you're somebody that you are in a committed relationship with.
Okay, so I can only speak from like my personal experience.
Right.
I feel like if you start a marriage off, like sometimes you ain't gonna be able to start 50-50 or whatever. But I do feel like if that's your husband or your wife, then yeah, y'all should be able to communicate that. But when it's kids into play, and then when it's like more kids, like not your biological kids or this or that, and you're feeling like you're taking on, even just kids, like you're taking on more of the responsibilities. And if y'all had like some type of conversation or something and nothing's changing, then something has to change. You can't just sit there forever and take on more and more and more and more, because that other person's gonna wear out at some point.
Right.
Like you can't work them to the bone. So if I'm taking care of the household plus the kids plus I'm running your business or I'm doing this, like at some point somebody gonna break.
Yeah.
So I feel like if it's just the two of you and y'all are able to finagle the whole, okay, well I can't do 50-50 this month, so we need to do 60-40. Okay, cool. But if it just starts tilting more and more and more, and like I said, you throw kids into play, that's a whole different ball game, because you're already responsible for yourself. Now you're responsible for other people. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm picking up your slack, I'm doing for them, and I got to do for myself. Like, you're one person. As much as we are super moms and wives and girls and whatever else, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So my question is, like with the finance, how do you know that it's not being done 50-50? So y'all must have like separate accounts to where you know how much you're contributing. So is that what we're doing in
It depends.
2025? We have separate accounts, and we are in committed relationships. We're married. We have separate accounts.
I don't necessarily. Okay, so I don't necessarily know, but I'm just gonna hypothetically, because I don't know if this is real or not. I'm gonna use my parents for an example. My mom has an account where that money in there is her money. My dad has an account where that money is his money, but they also have a joint account, to my understanding. I could be wrong. So whatever is in that joint account, whether it's the mortgage, the bills, light bill, water bill, cool. But she got an account where if she want to go spend her money, that's her money. My dad not touching that. Same thing with him. Whatever he do with his money is his money. But
As long as them bills, as long as that joint
It's paid.
account.
Right.
Got you.
Makes sense.
I mean,
I
you
just don't see it like that.
But you can also kind of tell, even if y'all do have a joint account, right? And let's say, for example, we just gonna use the husband. Let's say the husband is in charge of paying the bills. So, like, you get a bill one day and your light bill $250, and you like, I thought we paid this already. It was due. You gonna know then something is up. Like you're always gonna find out some way or another. Like, if we in the red or we get a final notice for FPNL, like, you're gonna start noticing the money isn't being properly spent, and now you're coming out of pocket, or they have to come up with some more money. Now it's back to that whole conversation. Now one of us got to work more to make up the difference. You're gonna find out one way.
So we're
or another.
saying that we are short when we are short financially.
Yeah, that's the only part I'm speaking on. Being short financially.
That's when you feel like we more work is being done to the other person, or more. This person is contributing more when the bills are short and you know what you bring in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, child.
Cause I don't know. I don't pay the bills, y'all. I don't pay the bills. We got one account.
That's a
The
good
man-
life,
The
boy.
men pay the
That's a
bills,
good
baby. I
life.
barely can pay my car note. Like
Yeah, she on the.
I don't know how to
That's
pay that
a
damn thing. I be at T. Did I pay the car note?
Better
That's
make
what-
sure you gonna get cussed out.
I'm not mad at that.
The
at
one time
all.
I ain't paid for about 2 months, baby, and I was
You
trying to
got
figure
one
it out.
job. Why you got one job? You got one job.
Oh no, I gotta pay my son. I gotta pay June aftercare bill. That's my other bill.
Baby, I paid the bills, and I still forget to pay the bills.
That's what I'm saying. I can't.
I will wake up and that phone will be off.
All of them will be off. No light.
Dang.
None.
So basically, when we talk about relationships and 50-50 and all this other stuff, it basically all boils down to finances. Everything. No matter how
This
you-
this
no
topic.
matter how
This
you
topic.
feel, no matter how you
This topic,
like,
yeah.
everything
But-
boils
but
down
you
to
know-
finances.
You know how we think when it comes to that. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird for me because stability looks different to me. Not saying that they can't have a place to stay, can't have this, can't have that, but and it's different because we don't date men. Well, I don't date men, so it's like I don't.
Girl, I don't either.
You
What you talking
don't?
about?
I would have never
I
guessed
did.
that.
I didn't know.
Girl.
y'all are childish. Continue.
So
She went from we to
Hey,
I, then
Kanisha.
we.
because I can't. I ain't-
No, I'm just playing.
I ain't speaking
Go
for
ahead,
everybody.
Kay.
But I'm just saying. So, for example, if people see me with somebody, obviously they're gonna assume because I'm the masculine presenting one that I'm supposed
Not
to
wearing
pay
short.
all the. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's how
Wow.
that's how it's looked at in our community. So, and that's not how every situation is because okay, you look like this, you're supposed to pay all the bills. But if that's how your household wants to be, that's fine. If it's 50-50, that's fine.
Well,
That's fine.
what's your take on it though?
I'm teamwork. I'm teamwork all the way, 50-50. And if I can do more, it depends. Like if I can do more, I'm going to do more. I'm not going to require. That's just me personally. It has nothing to do with nothing. But when I can do more, I do more. Like if I know that person's responsibility is the groceries. Oh, I got it this month. Whatever type stuff. And I do
Okay.
that most of the time. But I'm speaking more on like the bigger stuff, like rent and all that stuff. Like you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
Okay,
that's fair.
that's good.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I'm always down with partnership.
mhm.
Just don't overextend it.
Right.
It's a business.
That what it sound like.
I think,
You
I
like-
think
you
it
take all
depends on
emotions
where
out of
people
this,
come
boy.
from too.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
My husband grew up in a household where my mother-in-law did not work, so that's the standard for him. I grew up in a household where my mom was the boss, so
Not that I agree with too.
yeah. So I think it depends, and then when you're merging the two, trying to figure out what works.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I grew up with my dad, so he just showed me basically have your own money
Yeah.
and do what you got to do. So it wasn't have your money. He told me about like having an account to myself. You can have a joint account, but have an account to yourself so you can make sure you're self-sufficient. But yeah, it wasn't like, just now my mom has a different take. Obviously, my mom is kind of like, yeah, let him take care of you. But my mom works just as much, so we'll see.
Yeah.
So to wrap up our lovely episode, I got a couple questions for y'all. Not questions. Well, yeah, questions. What are 3 to 5 non-negotiables
As far as what?
relationship?
I'm gonna sit this one out.
Yeah.
I'm out of the game, and I don't know what this new one
Okay.
is, so I'm just gonna listen.
Well, that
Okay.
puts me up.
Yes, thank you.
Non-negotiables. Does it have to be like financial? Like
No.
Okay.
Whatever yeah.
They have to be trustworthy. If I can't trust you, it's no point. Let's see what else. You got to have your own stuff. I'm not here sponsoring anybody's life. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I'm a teacher. We don't make that much money.
We don't.
I'm not sponsoring your life. God ain't put me on the earth to do that. I'm not.
So why it sound different coming from her?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I
Go
don't
ahead,
know.
friend.
But I ain't doing it.
I think it sounds different. I'm gonna
ahead.
just say this. It sounds different because, like I said, we all sitting on this couch are in different types of relationships.
Right.
So how I may take Kay's perspective on relationships in 50-50 is gonna be totally different from how I take it from you guys. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. It just sounds more so of, okay, everything is based off like, okay, this is what I want and this is like, okay, you rather your husband be off working somewhere and bringing home the bread so you ain't got to worry about it. But on my end, you get what I'm saying, I can't think like that.
Yeah.
So coming from Shay or coming from Kay, you get what I'm saying, it's going to be totally different.
I want you to think about this too. Matt, everybody brought something to the table, but y'all. I mean, you brought the peach, but everybody brought something to the table, but y'all, cause y'all in a different type of
Right.
like mindset when it
Y'all
comes to
perspectives are
that.
different. She
You know
bought
what I'm
the
saying?
peach, but
We know it. You know what
I
I'm saying?
can't bring no, like, I can't just bring the peach.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
What you guys are allowed to bring to the table and just be okay with that, all of us can't do that.
Yeah.
That's not a negotiable.
No,
for
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
We're not in that type of relationship to be able to just bring the peach or bring water
Us, ourselves.
ourselves.
Yeah. I got a long list of non-negotiables, but I don't want to make this like our red flag, green flag. But I'll just put them 2 out there. If I can't trust you, you grits. Have your own stuff. It's 2025. We grown. I'm 31. I ain't sponsoring your life, baby. The most I will buy you is a pair of retros. That's okay. You know.
Those are expensive. Too.
They are.
They are.
220.
Yeah.
They are.
Wow. I
was
wear
about to
kid
say, I
sizes.
don't know how much
Those
they
are
are, but they
expensive.
sound expensive.
I wear kid sizes.
I want to talk about
They
it.
are.
Yeah.
I wear kid sizes.
And they're expensive depending
They
on which ones
are.
you want.
Right. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. I got again long list. We could talk about it off camera because.
Well, then give us the
And-
5 then, friend.
Or the 3. You gave us 2.
Okay, so if I can't trust you, grits, come with your own stuff. If you don't have core values, I'm not finna be out here dating blindly and aimlessly. You got to have some type of something. Moral code. A lot of people don't have those these days, but have a moral code, something you live by. That's 3.
Okay.
Okay.
I got about 100.
What about the
but-
kids?
Well, she said that one already.
What about the
She said
kids?
that one already.
What about the kids?
No
Please
turn.
go watch the red flag, green flag
What
episode.
about the kids?
She said what she said.
Definitely not
And
negotiating.
she's standing on business.
What
Don't worry about it. I got your
the
back.
kids?
She's standing on business.
Yeah, she's standing on business.
She said what she said.
Y'all still talking.
Y'all
I'm
should
asking
know
the
that.
question. What about
about
the
the
kids? Are we
kids?
still standing on that?
Please refer to episode 2 called Red Flags and Green Flags. Red light, green light.
All right.
You will know exactly how I feel about them kids.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Tierney, please.
No kids,
I'll
guys.
be quiet.
No kids. Short answer.
She loves them.
I'm a mind my,
I do.
I'm a mind my
I really
business.
do.
But don't come with any.
I'm just going.
Don't go in there.
Now?
Next caller.
Now? Not 1, 2. Not what?
Do you want me to play Trick Daddy?
All right. Now.
Okay.
They said, do I give?
vibes.
I don't give stepmother. I am
Definitely
not.
say that.
I am not Cinderella.
Oh God.
Yeah, so you get auntie vibes because I'm auntie.
I think I
I'm a
said that. So
auntie.
you definitely get auntie vibe.
Because I am proudly.
Oh
I
gosh.
gotta stop moving.
Tierney,
Tierney, what's your
Who else
Tierney?
gonna go?
Why you
look
say
at
you
me
sitting
like
this
that,
one out?
Tierney.
Okay. Tierney, what's your non-negotiables?
I don't really know. I think
It's kind of like when we talked about the red and the green flags in a sense, but what's
Which I like red.
absolutely something you cannot know.
I don't know. I think that's kind of hard to put in words for me, but I'm gonna go with the honesty, like Shade said, and the trust. Like, I gotta be able to trust you, and like, I don't care how small or big it is, just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've grown to be that way. I don't think these were things that I thought about until past experiences, but I don't care how small or big it is, just be honest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you say I went to McDonald's and they forgot the fries. I don't care. Just make sure it's all honesty. Like, I don't want no gray areas, none of that. I don't want to have to think twice about it. I don't want to have to, just be honest. And if that non-negotiable takes us in a different direction, then so be it. But complete honesty is where I'm at. And that's just, yeah.
Felt. Davis.
Well, you gotta like the kids, love. I'm
They
big
ain't
on
going nowhere.
I'm big on family. You gotta
Yeah.
like the kids. You know, I agree with the trust, the loyalty. And maturity is a big thing for me because we are grown adults.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has a past, everyone has a present,
In the future.
and a future, for sure. So I don't need you trying to act like your past is so bad that we can't talk about it, or if I tell you something, you blow it out of proportion. Like, sweetheart, I stole that car when I was 18. I'm being serious. Like,
No,
I just
like,
don't
for
have
real.
time for that. Like,
Yeah.
That's real.
we are grown adults now, so I need some understanding to come with it. And I think one major thing is also you have to have patience because we're learning. When it comes to me, you're learning me, and you're learning
Yeah.
4 other people, and vice versa. We're gonna learn you. So it's you have to have patience, and you know, I think a sense of I'm not gonna say. When I was younger, I probably would tell you, like, you have to be a Christian. I'm a Christian. I'm gonna tell you a sense of religion or a sense of faith, because my mom is a different religion from me, and I never would have saw that come in, that we would be 2 different religions as adults. But my mom is a different religion from me. I accept her. I respect it. So it's totally fine with me. Me and my dad have the same religion. Me and some of my closest friends are different religions, but I just need you to have a sense of faith, because I need to know when things are going haywire, we're just not going to freak out and run. We have some sense of somewhere where we can sit down together and pray about it.
Right.
Whether you praying to a shoebox, I just need to know we praying. I just
said
need
the
to know
shoebox.
we getting it together.
The shoebox.
Now, listen, I don't know who you praying to, as long as it ain't that down there.
They say go in that
We good.
closet now.
I'm trying to tell you. So those are big things for me. I think most other things I'm pretty easy with.
I got one more though. How you talk to me too?
Mm-hmm.
You can't talk to me any kind of way.
Yeah.
You can't talk to me any kind of way. I'm sorry I had cut you off, but I thought
you
about
good.
it. Like,
You
yeah,
good.
you got to be able to talk to me right.
Talk
like
to me nice.
talk to
Yeah,
me
man.
nice.
Talk to me nice.
baby.
Talk to me nice. Cause is you cool? Yes. No. Talk to me nice. That's another
I
one
can
for me.
agree with that too. Yeah.
I can't stand a person that be talking at me or down. No, talk to me like you got some sense.
Please.
Like, I'm not.
What
one of
is
the
that?
kids.
What is what?
Talking at you.
Like you one of the kids. so to
Like,
speak?
yeah,
It's hard to
like-
explain.
Like
It's-
belittling.
You'll know.
Yeah.
Like belittling me. Like don't talk to me like what you're saying is not being understood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
Yeah.
understand what you're saying. Talk to me as if we're 2 adults having a conversation.
Right.
Don't talk to me like you're informing me of something that I didn't already know. Like, you talking down on me. Like, no, we having a conversation as 2 adults. And even outside of the conversation, like, even if it's just a simple gesture, like simple gestures of how you just It could be the good mornings. It could be the good nights. It can be the how it's just how you talk to someone.
Right.
And that can go a long way just by, you get what I'm saying? Like, even when we get in an argument, I'm not going to take what you say in that argument too far because I know how you already talk to me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So if we get in an argument and it gets to a level of it's almost seems like it's almost at a disrespect level, I'm gonna know how to say, you know what? We're not even on that. I know that's not how we communicate.
Right.
So it's gonna be easier to diffuse. But if you're a person that's constantly talking at me, talking down on me, jugging at me, like we're never gonna be able to. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
Oh,
It's you.
I threw it on me. Well, mine is how I'm going to say it. So basically, it's a non-negotiable would be how you handle arguments and disagreements. Determines how the relationship will go to me. Because a lot of times we ignore. Like, for example, if there's a problem, I don't mind giving the person space the whole work day, or as long as we can talk about it at night. But I don't the 2-3 days and the purposely ignoring and the blocking and the unblocking, like I that's a non-negotiable, because I feel like
Silent treatment.
that's emotional abuse.
Mm-hmm.
You never know how a person may handle that treatment, and it may just start a whole bunch of nothing for nothing. A lot of people use that to play games, so that's a non-negotiable for me now, knowing what I know now.
I've never looked at it like that. That's
Yeah.
good.
It is.
Let me
Tick
stop
tock.
unblocking people.
Man.
So are we talking about these things in friendships too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm quick to block somebody, y'all.
Me
I've
too.
never
But that's what I'm
blocked
saying. I've
anybody.
never looked at it from that perspective, like emotional abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially if you don't know the person I've been through already, or the trauma. Yeah. that
Like,
could
I'm
be emotional
dead
abuse.
serious. That was very, look at you, very eye-opening. Okay.
But at the same time, though, you do have people where there is a disagreement, and you may say, hey, I just need an hour or two, but they call and text and call and text and call and text, and that can be what we consider a red flag, because it's like you can't handle space,
Yeah.
or you can't handle a disagreement without thinking something bad is going to happen. Like, that could be looked at as in a bad way too. But a lot of people like to look at it as a good thing. Like, you still care. Like, even though I said I want my space, you still calling, you still texting. So it depends on how you view that.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be like T for 1 second. I would add to that, like, how you handle me. Like, however you handle me, then we good. You have I always say, like, you can control the day, so to speak. Like, if you come with an attitude, the attitude is gonna be given back. Like, so how you handle me is definitely how I will.
How I respond to you.
Yeah.
How you handle me and how you talk to me, that determines what tyranny you gonna get.
Yeah,
For sure.
For
I
sure.
think that should be communicated though.
I agree.
Oh,
with
no,
that.
it's
These-
communicated.
yeah.
These
I
can
definitely-
get
yeah.
lost in translation.
If we talking about relationships, it's communicated. I'm very I don't like.
I
to be
also
talked
think it's
crazy.
petty. Like, what they say, you can attract something, bees with honey or something like that.
Then vinegar.
Then vinegar. So when you guys are like, if you wake up on 10 with an attitude, then I'm gonna give you back that same attitude. But if he wakes up with that attitude and you wake up with a smile, you just diffuse the situation.
No. I'm not talking about in the situation. I'm not talking about like if one partner woke up mad. I'm talking about as a in a relationship as a whole.
Whole.
Like how you handle a person, how you talk to them in a relationship altogether. Not
Yeah.
Not
Well,
just,
that's
oh,
what
I woke-
Davis just said though. What White said.
Basically, like, start the
Davis
day.
said
So
whatever you give is what I'm giving. That's what Davis just said.
Yeah.
But I piggybacked off that. But we wasn't talking about
About the same thing.
Oh.
I'm talking about what White was just saying.
Yeah, I wasn't talking.
I'm talking about don't come over here with an attitude, because then you're gonna get an attitude back.
So why not
Aries.
just ask what's wrong?
Oh, you do. You start
First.
off that way. You ask what's wrong, but then 9 times out of 10, it don't always just go that way.
Yeah.
You try. I'm not saying don't try. Try, but if you gonna just stay with an attitude, then I just don't want to be around. I go somewhere else.
For sure.
Oh yeah,
That kinda
That
thing.
wasn't my perspective of it. I was talking about just all together, because you know how in certain relationships, one person, you may be with one person, and they may get one side of you, and then you get with somebody else, and you're a totally different person. It's because of how you're handled, how you talk.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So every relationship, they could get a different version of you
Right.
because of how they handle you.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I was talking about, like as
Yeah.
a whole.
But my point in saying that it should be communicated is, somebody might be talking to you and they don't their intent is not for you to feel like they talking at you. Some people like to explain, and to me it sounds like if I'm explaining, then you feel like I'm talking to you as if you don't understand, and that's like a talk down. That's why I'm like, it should be communicated, because people don't always think that they're talking at or talking down on people. We all have our way of communication,
Right.
and so the way we receive it should be communicated, so that you're not constantly thinking that somebody's talking at you or talking
Is that in
down.
relationship?
I got something to say
Or-
about that.
What?
What if you don't know, right? And I do exactly what you did to me to you. And then you come and you say something to me about it. And then I bring up the time where you did that exact same thing to me. And now we're having a conversation about it. Is that fair?
I think that's petty. That's the part of the petty, because you just flipped it on me instead of just
It's reasonable,
sharing.
but technically, basically what they say is, I'm bringing you a problem. Don't tell me the time where I messed up trying to deflect, basically. But I get what you're saying. Why you would? Because you just did it to me, so I did it to you. So now
that
we're
you
gonna
can see
talk
how
about
it feels,
Right.
or so that you could see.
Right.
Well, not technically saying I did it on purpose, but if it did happen,
But then here's my thing. How would you know I'm doing it to you unless you know that you did it to me?
Exactly.
okay, now I see
Fair.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or maybe what Ash is saying, what if in their mind they don't know
That's the way you're taking it.
right.
So it's
But
not,
then
yeah.
it will
But I
won't
get
be a
what you're
thing
saying.
because then I'm going to do the exact same thing
So not
to you.
Gotcha.
So if you can notice it, how you not know that you're
That's
doing
what
it?
I'm saying. Until you notice it, then I think that's where it's going to be a learning lesson to be like, oh, dang, okay,
I did do that.
I
Right.
see that.
Yeah.
Instead of me telling you what you did wrong, because I will tell you, but then there's some people that won't tell you. They'll let it fester and then have a moment to where, I'm going to bring all this out.
Even
But
you
if the
tell
person
them.
is if the person is talking to you away, and they
You don't say nothing.
and they don't realize that the way that they don't pick up on that, who's to say that they're going to pick up on it when you talk to them the same way that they talk to you, that you're not picking up on as talking at, if
Well,
that
I'ma
makes
tell you
sense.
this, in a
Like if I'm
relation-
explaining something to you and you take it as talking at, when you explain something to me, I might not take it as talking at. You just
That's where I'm going to
explaining.
be able to see, okay, this isn't the intention. But originally, when you feel that way, either you're going to react or you're going to sit back and you're going to think on it. And if you sit back and think on it, then it can be where I'm going to do that to see how you respond. And if you respond saying, dang, why you did it like that, then that means you are conscious of what you are doing. Now, if you don't, then that's a reflection, reflecting time for me to be like, okay, yeah, my friend really don't know this, so maybe a conversation needs to be had.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, what if it's reverse?
Like I pull
I guess
you
it
on you.
depends.
I'll pull a you on you.
I guess it depends on the response then.
Yeah.
I think those type of situations are scary.
Yeah. I don't know. And we
Because
talking about friendships right now, or relationships.
No, in
I think it
general.
in
applies.
general,
to
I
either
think it's
or.
scary
It's either or.
because
But we're not talking about purposely doing it. We're just talking about if it happens. Right? Are we?
nah,
both.
purposely, yeah.
Purposely.
Because I think with the relationship part of it, like me personally, if it happens to me in the relationship, I'm just speaking with me. I know how I am. Relationship wise, I'm gonna cut it right there and be like, hold on now. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, whether it's jokingly or serious or whatever, I want to nip it in the butt to let you know right then and there, like, okay, I'm not one of the
You didn't
kids.
like
Like,
it.
don't talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to. But with friends, it may be a little different. I might be like,
Yeah.
I might have to sit there and you
Sit
get what I'm
and think
saying,
about
like,
it.
and think about it, because at the end of the day, my communication with my partner is different from my communication with my friend. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times we wait and we kind of like try to think about things when it comes to friendships, but with a partner, if we having a miscommunication or a conversation and the conversation gets to the point where we kind of like jugging at each other, then that should be nipped right there. Like,
I
that
think
should
it's
be-
difficult if you're dealing with a person that did something to you, knows it, and then when it's done to them, when they do it, it's not a big deal. But when it's
That's
done to them,
completely different from what
Manipulation.
Ash was saying.
That's
Yeah.
manipulation.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
happens.
so that's what I'm saying. It's
That happens
difficult.
in
So it's
friendships.
Yeah,
only
that's
so
completely different because that one person doesn't know,
Right.
and the other person doesn't know that they don't know, and it's like, how do we fix that?
No, the person I'm
See, the
talking
person
about
knows.
knows.
That's completely
Man.
different.
So
That's narcissism
Hey,
and
completely
manipulation.
different.
I'm just saying, there's situations like that where it's like, cause then it's like, okay, am I tripping?
But that happens in
Because-
relationships and friendships too.
Yeah. Narcissism.
If that's happening in your friendship, I don't know. They
How-
know they're doing
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and they do it.
I think friendships is worse.
I think in friendships, that's
I would have.
that's worse.
Yeah.
When I was
Because
young,
I
Give
think
me
a
a-
friendship, they gonna do it until they
Let it
figure they can
slide.
get away. Like they
Can I
they
get an
gonna keep getting
example?
away with it.
Can I get an example? Because I don't know of this
I mean, y'all-
manipulation.
I'm gonna
In
say
a
this.
friendship?
When
Yes,
I was
in a
younger,
friendship,
I would
in a
let
friendship.
stuff slide. But the older I get, I'm just gonna wrap it up.
I don't
Let's
see
just have
how
a
my friends would
conversation. Let's talk about
manipulate
it.
me. I don't see that.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, based off the examples, I feel like it can happen in both. I mean, I see, like I say, I think it is handled differently in both, and it may not look like or seem like more of manipulation, but I still think it happens in both relationships.
That's a hard one for me.
Yeah.
Because I've never experienced that, and I would hope in whatever kind of relationship that we can all be adults and
And talk about it. Figure
say
it out.
something.
right.
Like I say something to you and it feels like I'm talking at you. Don't turn around and talk at me thinking that I'm going to realize that it's you talking at me. Like
Yeah.
just say, hey Ash, like you was a little too wordy. Oh, I don't even know how to explain that because I don't know what that looks like talking at.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we just said in the middle of a lot of conversations too, like, don't talk at me. Don't be talking at me like that. Like,
Right.
I don't know. I think it's just how you feel when it's perceived.
I think look at it like this, Ash. So say you come home and your husband's supposed to do something and he didn't do it, and you, man, why you ain't do this? You know you're supposed to do this. Instead of, hey, you forgot to get to this. What happened?
yeah, it's just, yeah.
Oh,
you could
yeah,
have
I
said
forgot.
it this way
Oh,
instead
okay,
of that way.
you need me to do it. You're gonna take care of it. And then that type of that's how you gotta look at it, kind of like instead of you don't know, he probably slipped and fell and hurt his ankle and couldn't do it or something. But instead of you,
yeah.
instead of you coming in asking like, hey, you know what happened? Why you ain't? You should have just.
Nagging.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can speak on it because I know I do it, and I have to get corrected because I'm a person like I don't mean to per se, but it's just like I know how my words come off, and then it's kind of like, well, babe, you could have kind of said it this way instead of this way, and I be like,
Right.
you're right, I could have.
Yeah,
The
you do.
delivery and tone.
The delivery and the tone is, you get what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
I say, in relationships, I know it's like right then and there, like, okay, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Friendships is kind of different.
yeah.
Friendships, I ain't heard from you in 2 weeks. Remember that time you said, yeah. That's how it be. So
Well, that was a great episode, guys. That's our last one, ain't it?
That's the last question.
Yeah.
last
That's our
question.
last question. You got
Shout
some more?
out to the newest zookeeper. Wait. Shout out to the newest zookeeper in the bag. Yeah. 2.0, making sure we look good in the bag. Okay.
Finna get us right. Finna get us right.
Okay. Yeah, we got 3 cameras in here. It is
3
hot.
cameras. It's hot.
You
as
get a
hell.
camera.
I
You
don't know
get a
if y'all
camera.
see me sweating.
You
I'm
get a
sweating.
camera.
We got cameras everywhere.
Yeah,
Nervous,
she's like,
got
hey,
lights everywhere.
Masha.
She brought the whole production out here, boy.
What?
Thank
White,
you,
did you have some more
2.0.
questions?
No.
You sure?
Oh, was I going to say something?
I don't know.
I forgot.
But like, comment,
ADHD.
subscribe.
Like, comment,
God,
subscribe.
like, comment.
Yes.
Episode 6.
Yes.
Woo, woo.
Thanks to all our faithful watchers.
For real.
Hey,
Yes, we love
appreciate
y'all.
y'all.
Hey, we got
Appreciate
more in
y'all.
store, man. Finna get even better.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be lit. It's going to be lit next week.
Don't try to catch on. Maybe catch on.
Bye.
You better catch on.